Hey everyone, it's Bertorelli reporting from the Sport Aviation Expo at Sebring for 2016. You know, most of the LSAs we see here have nice Rotax engines, 100 horsepower, and that's just great on a light airplane, but the reality is if you could stuff a lot more horsepower into one, you really would, and that's what we're in now. We're in the American Legend, Super Legend, with Darren Hart in the back, and the original Super Legend had a 115 horsepower Lycoming. This one has a 180 horsepower Titan from ECI. Darren, who's in the back, you can see him back there.
That's me.
Tell us a little bit about this airplane. If you trace the DNA back very far, you get to a Super Cub.
Well, that's right. What we did is we actually called this model the Super Legend HP. Of course, the HP is for high performance. And basically, it's the same airplane as far as the Super Legend. The only difference is the engine. And we put the Titan 180 in it. The engine mount, the cowling, and everything is the same between the two, the 115 Lycoming and the 180. And so the only big difference is the engine and the prop, and it makes a excellent performer out of the aircraft. As you can tell, when we fly around, you'll see the performance. We pick up maybe about another 7 or 8 miles per hour on a cruise, and of course, takeoff performance is exceptional. I'm sure you'll see that in our demonstrations also.
Yeah. I saw in the specs a 35-foot ground roll, and when I took off from Sebring, we might have had 100 feet. I kind of held it on the runway for a while.
Yeah, I was ready to fly a lot earlier, but yeah, when I'm by myself and you know, half tanks or less, it's very impressive as far as the takeoff performance on it.
Now let's talk a little bit about this engine. It's a stroke version of the IO 360, is it?
It's a stroked out 340, and it's 180 horsepower. You have to burn hard low lead in it.
How does that engine compare in weight to the 0233 or to the 0200 that you use in the Straight Legend?
Well, the 0200 is basically right at 199, 200 pounds, we like to call it. And the 115 is running about 214, 215 pounds. And the Titan's running about 250 pounds. So you do get about another 40, 45 pounds extra weight on the nose between the 115 and the 180. And
how about the airframe itself, as far as the overall specs? What does that do to the useful load? And of course, the gross is set at 1320 for LSA.
Right. Well, on the 0200 with the open cowl, you know, the open plastic Cub look, we're coming in and getting those airplanes down with the avionics package that you have here on this airplane, basically with the Garmin or Triggs with the 796. And the one we gave the Sporties came in about 825. That gave you, you know, right at a 500-pound useful load in the aircraft there.
You can find a full report on the Super Legend HP in a future edition of Aviation Consumer Magazine. For Aviation Consumer and AVweb, I'm Bertorelli reporting from Sport Aviation Expo at Sebring 2016. Thanks for watching.